Hello everyone and welcome to Big Little Trees. My name is Joakim Johansson and in today's video I will be working on this Ficus Microcarpa. Actually, it's only the trunk that is a Ficus Microcarpa, and all of this foliage and these branches here are grafted on, and they are Ficus Retusa. So this is actually an air layer from a big ficus that I bought from my local garden store or garden center, and it has been doing very well since I cut it off the main tree, and I got a lot of new roots climbing out the pot here and coming out from underneath, and also quite a lot of new growth from it. So it seems to be doing very well and seems to be very healthy. So I thought that I might give it its first structural pruning. So that's what I will be doing today. Let's go. Okay, so starting off, the first thing I want to do is establish a trunk line. So right now we got a lot of options, I guess. We got these main two trunks here, the ones that are grafted on. I hope that these will blend in better with the trunk in the future when they get to grow more. I carved this middle section out before. It was just this kind of sawed off stump of the trunk going to up about here. Something I carved that out. I want to carve that even more later on to really distinguish these two as two separate branches or trunks, I guess. My gut tells me that this would be the main leader. Flows kind of nice from down the trunk here and then up here and continues upwards. While this is slightly thinner and goes out to the sides, so it would be a nice secondary trunk slash first branch, nice side branch. So I think that this will definitely be my main trunk line. I got a few options here. So first off, coming up this trunk here, we have a little shoot coming off to the left. It has a really nice motion to it, coming up from here and then swooping off to the left here. It kind of removes this dual kind of almost spike situation going on here. It looks like almost like a fork or something. With these two going in the same direction. So letting this shoot be the leader would make it so that it kind of goes away instead of just continuing in the same direction as this second trunk. Another option would be to remove this and have this branch coming off to the back here, very, very thick branch. Keep that instead and have that as a trunk line. I don't like the 90-degree angle it comes off in, and also it doesn't have any taper at all. It just continues in basically the same size. So I'm not a very big fan of that. And the third option would be to, take both of these away, or actually just take the thicker one, this back one away, and have this as a side branch and this as the main leader. You could wire this into a more interesting motion. That would also be an alternative. So the more I think about it, I'm pretty sure that I at least will not want this back branch. So let's begin with taking that away. So I'm just gonna rotate it. So there, there's a leaf here in the way. So now for the big cut. There we go. So I will plant this as a cutting. It's can be a nice little tree in itself. So I'll put that over here in the meantime. Let's just clean that up a little bit. There. Okay, so now we can look at it from its intended front again. Oh, I kind of like it. Got kind of a sweeping style to it now. Everything just going to the right. Looks kind of cool. So now the question is, will I want this as the leader, or do I want to take it off at here, having this as the leader? I'll need to think about that for a while. So while thinking about that, let's take a look at this side branch or secondary trunk. So it comes out here to the right and then divides into two, which I like, and the one to the back and one to the front. And then the one to the front continues and divides into three. That I don't like. So we got 1, 2, and 3 here. So I'm gonna remove this branch. It kind of crosses over with others and going straight forward. These other two kind of fans outwards in a much better fashion. So I will remove this branch here. There we have it. Okay, so that's a little better. We also have this, the back branch coming off here also divides into two, but kind of comes back and this part of it comes back and interferes with this. So that might not be an issue if I were to remove this entire bit and just having this side branch here as the leader. Yeah, I don't know. It's like this is completely straight here, nothing happening. Just going like, it's like perfect angle all the way up. Again, I could wire this into some motion, but I don't know. So I'm gonna start with just taking this back at least to this chute here. So that chute at least has some motion. That. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So I'm just gonna clean this area up a bit. I like the direction this is heading. This is still interfering back here. So maybe I'll at least need to take this back branch off to here. I'm gonna start with doing that. Oof. Yeah, that's much better. So this one is very long. All of these are quite long. So probably need to take them all back, but I don't know how much I dare to cut off, leaving it with like no foliage at all. So I might do it in intervals. But yeah, at least this one will have to be brought back a bit. I have another branch coming off here. I'll do that for now. So I'll take it back to, actually I'll take it back to there first. And then I'll take the tip out of the back one here. There. Actually take the tip off of this one as well. Just promote some back budding here as well. Okay. I like it. From this potential leader here, we got a branch coming out to the left here, shoot coming out to the left. So what if we took all of this back to there? How would that look? Regardless whether this will be my main trunk line or just a secondary branch, I will take the tip off it to promote some back budding. So maybe take it back to about there. I'm not sure about this one. It's kind of looks a bit weird. I'd like it to have more of an angle coming more out like that instead of out like that. So I'll actually take my chances with pruning it back to here and hope that it back buds something on this side here, because I do like the split here. I just don't want it to go straight out like that. It doesn't look good. So I'll bring it back to there, see what I get. This is starting to look quite nice. This branch here is kind of interfering a lot with, got this kind of very vertical growth here. If we were to remove that, get something that comes off like to side here, but it also comes a lot towards the front. Not a fan of that at all. Let's see if there's a bud or something here we can prune it back to. Got something there. Yes, I think I'm just gonna prune this shoot, the vertical part of this shoot, off at about, let's say here, and see what kind of back budding I get on it. So it does look like I have a bud underneath here. So I could prune this entire bit back even further, and maybe I will. I would like to compact these branches a lot more. I will do that. So it comes off right there. Cut a bit more off this one. Okay, so I think we're getting there. I have a little bit of cleanup I can do here. Take that off like that. Yeah, I'm starting to like this a lot now. So maybe I should prune this back further to make this become more of the apex eventually. And this more of a side branch. It's funny, I went in to this pretty certain that I was going to cut this entire bit off and then continue this as the main trunk line, but yeah. Funny how a few cuts can change your perspective. Let's take this off a little bit more, do it in intervals. Like that. And I can take the tip out of this branch coming off here as well. Like that. So the only tip I haven't taken off is the one that's supposed to be the main leader. So I want that to continue growing and forming the apex somewhere up here. Yeah, I'm just gonna prune away some more leaves here to promote back budding, but not hard pruning it back any further. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's what I'm going to leave the tree for today. Alright, so working on this tree was really fun. I'm so excited to see how this develops in the future. I just hope that it will recover well from the pruning and respond well to the pruning. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!